KERS, they also, the KERS, sorry, I'm writing crooked, yikes. In the KERS system on page, what page did I say that was? Page 16, was it? Yes, page 16 in your books, so you can go back and read about that. In the KERS system, you have what we call our energy coming in, and then you have your capacitor up here, capacitor, and we've got our little lead wires. Remember, it does some, they can have polarity, I'm gonna say it like that, and then you have your energy coming out. Okay. All right, a capacitor will smooth out the current. So if you have too much coming in, maybe I have 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever coming in, this capacitor will store up only to what I need. Maybe I only need 1 coming out. Maybe I need 2 coming out. Whatever I need, it'll store. This right here stores it until I need it. Okay. Another example that I can draw real quick would be, I have my little capacitor right here. I have negative on this side, negative on this side, and then I have positive on this side, positive, negative. All right, and then I have my LED light over here, or my LED. I should not say light, I should just say LED. This is my LED, this is my capacitor. So since my capacitor has is over here, I have energy flow coming in. But if I take that it helps it to build up. Well, so when the energy, I'll just do it with purple. I was going to try to find a different color, but when the energy builds up, this capacitor stores it. Remember I said it's like a little cup and it'll house that. It's not a cup, but it's like a little cup and it houses that inside of it. So when it stores it up, when this LED needs it, it will give it what it needs. Okay, so that's just another example of it. All right, let's get started in our lab. So we're in lab 8, intro to capacitors. I'm going to pull this capacitor back over here, and I'm going to start giving you some things that you need to get out. So grab your parts box, which is, we've got it really nice. If you just ordered the kit online, you would have a parts bag looking something like this. Okay, so grab out, here's what we need. We need resistor 1, which is a 1K ohm resistor. And I'll tell you the colors. So just grab in your box until you find them. Brown, black, red, gold. Brown, black, red, gold. Okay, and that's resistor 1. Remember, at any time, just pause the video and grab until you can find it, because I sometimes have a little bit of a hard time. Resistor 2 is orange, orange, brown, gold. Resistor 2 is orange, orange, brown, gold. And be real careful on the colors, especially if you have a hard time. Compare it to your paper, get you a white background or something, and make sure that it is. When I got this second resistor out, I made sure that I put my brown up by my brown, because I was like, is that black? Because when you only have it, it kind of does look black. So, but when I got it up there beside black and brown, I was like, oh no, it's brown. So that's resistor 2, orange, orange, brown, gold. You'll need an LED. You're going to need 2 electrolytic capacitors. We're going to be using electrolytic capacitors for this particular lab, lab 8. So your C1 will be 100 microfarad. Remember, we use farads for measuring capacitors, okay? And we learned that in our previous lesson on capacitors, which I believe was on page 16 and 17. Yes, page 16 and 17, if you need to refer back to those. And I do have a good video on how to find the value of a capacitor, and you just look for lab 4, I believe. Let me make sure I want to tell you wrong. Yes, to be lab 4. Okay, so we have the 100 microfarad Let me make sure this is the 100. Yep, microfarad. Do you see it? 100 microfarad. And then you'll also need to get out the 1000 microfarad. And while we're right here, can you read that? 1000 microfarad. Okay, so it tells you how much it is. It tells you the voltage, which we learned about last time. But do you see that little sign right there that says negative? Look right here on our polarity. So see the negative sign? See it coming up? What is this? It's negative. So I want to tell you why. Sometimes companies, depending on what company it is, they'll order capacitors without polarity. For whatever reason, they order them. So the company will make them without it. But usually most companies go ahead and tell you what side's negative. So just in case they're ordering them with the lead wires the same, so there is not polarity with them, they'll tell you what the negative is. So just a neat little FYI. So that one you know, negative. But that's not the case on the resist, or no, I'm sorry. Yep, that's on the capacitors. Sorry about that. Okay, you're also going to need 9-volt battery snaps. You're going to need a battery, but we're not going to connect until we're told to. We're going to need 2 wires, and we're going to need our solderless circuit board. Okay, so I'll zoom out, and you can pause the video for what you do not have. And this is also located on page 24. It lets you know everything. So you would pause the video at this time if you do not have everything, and then come back to it and we'll get started. So the first thing you're going to need to find is your resistor 1, which is 1K ohm. And we're going to be putting it into 17B and 30B. So that is resistor brown, black, red, gold. Brown, black, red, gold, which is 1K ohm. And we're going to be putting it into 17B. 17B. Oh, it been on me. 17B and 30B. So 30B. I may just have to set this down.